Welcome to the Shark Tank LG, where entrepreneurs seek an investment to start, grow, or save their big ideas. If the sharks hear a great idea, they'll invest their own time and resources and fight each other for a deal. But the entrepreneurs must get the full amount of what they're asking for, or they'll walk out with nothing. The contestant who gets the most offers wins and will be provided with the means to put their big idea into motion. Who are the sharks? They are self-made local business experts who have long track records of demonstrating success in their given fields. Doug Wagner, a former ASU graduate, has banked over 27 years of experience in the construction industry. His distinguished career is rooted in the successful completion of numerous construction projects ranging from small to over $30 million in the private, commercial, and government sectors. As a LEED accredited professional, he is mindful of the important needs of the community for environmentally sound construction practices. Doug's diverse portfolio in development and leadership of building highly effective teams and cultivating an atmosphere of trust and accountability has distinctly set him apart from his competition. Nancy Haggerty, with an educational background in industrial psychology and business administration, has spent nearly 3 decades assisting a multitude of businesses and organizations, from nonprofits to small mom-and-pop startups and Fortune 500 companies, with the building and overseeing of their infrastructure, operations, and organizational workflow and management, including 2 of her very own corporations. Now semi-retired, Nancy has since replaced her day job hours with coaching and mentoring other entrepreneurs to achieve their dreams on a philanthropic basis. Vanessa Schack. As a college graduate from DeVry University, Vanessa's myriad of extensive educational background in computer information systems, social psychology, business management and communication, and marketing has tagged her as a life strategist for success in helping up-and-coming business owners build their dreams. Fluent in 4 languages, this serial entrepreneur, wife, and mother of 3 has also owned and worked for a gamut of industries, both for and non-profit across the board. Vanessa spends her free time enjoying the company of family and friends, along with other interests of blogging, health and fitness, cooking, and singing, just to name a few. Jeremy Demers. Our next swimmer hopes his innovative charitable plan will make him the Donald Trump of both real and intellectual property.
Hi Sharks, I'm Jeremy, and I'm making an app called Nexus Real Estate Network. I'm asking for mentoring and business connections, including funding sources in exchange for 10% equity in my company. I'm going to show you how millions of people from all over the world are dying for what I'm developing. There's a long-standing problem in the world of real estate. It's a huge problem. No one is solving it. The problem affects almost every single person involved in a real estate transaction, as well as any business owner focused on real estate-specific services. How do I find a professional that's honest, prompt, and frankly, a 5-star real estate service in my area? Ask a family member or friend for a referral. More than half of the people I polled that have done this have said this has had disastrous results. You can also call professionals that market directly to you. A lot of times these folks might be great at marketing, but they may not hit the mark for your real estate service in which you need. For example, I know somebody, a friend of mine, a close friend of mine, a mentor of mine, recently been going through a real estate transaction in her personal life. She's currently selling her home. She explained the story to me. She may have had an agent, an inspector, steal some candy during the inspection, which she wasn't there. Leave some candy wrappers behind. She also had an issue with the bathroom where the inspector may have used the bathroom and not quite cleaned up after himself. And there's also a whole other issue with the same home where an appraiser, they waited for an appraiser for 2 hours and they didn't show up. This happens all the time. Time wasted, money wasted, mayhem, confusion, frustration. A couple numbers. There were 5 million homes sold last year. 5 million. Add another half a million, 500,000 or so for sale by owners. So, okay. That's a ton of people going through similar pains on finding professionals, on making sure that the services that they're getting are top-notch, not knowing if the first person they contact is going to work out for them, and going through weeks and tons of money, months in some cases, getting held up because they're not quite getting the service they need. Just within this hour, 627 people will sell their home. I guarantee every single person would love to find a way to make this process easier. So here's how my app will solve this problem. Picture LinkedIn with a little sprinkle of Facebook and Yelp. You download the app for free and you need an agent. You search for Phoenix, then maybe you search for East Valley. You can start flipping through the agents listed. Each agent will be rated by previous clients as well as other professionals that have worked with that agent in the past. This is similar to Thumbtack, but not as general at all. It's very specific to real estate. This is the problem that we're having. So this gives you an opportunity to check some references before calling this agent up. And any other agent, any other professional attached to this matrix will also have a rating. This is pretty amazing. So talking money, the best part about the money portion is the consumer pays nothing. The professionals will pay $10 a month to be listed on this matrix. Now, to give you an idea of what that might look like, an average agent spends about $80 a month on marketing. That's average. The best agents spend about 10 times that. So we call it $800 to $1,000 a month. The top agents spend on just marketing. It's $10 a month, a small number. Granted, I'm using agents, but you'll also find inspectors on this app. You'll find home warranty specialists, title companies, landscapers, contractors, investors. All these types of people will be looking at about the competition. People are aware of this problem, but little has been done. There's numerous resources you can use to find contact info for some of these professionals, like agents. You have Trulia, Zillow, sites like this. You can always find contractors on Craigslist, of course. You can find a pro for anything on Thumbtack. But there isn't a resource currently pooling all of the best real estate professionals in one area where the market can freely shop with confidence. Now, just to take the opportunity, statistics, there's over 2 million real estate agents in America right now. And in terms of contractors, there was over 8 million contractors that were paid at some point in 2008, okay? According to Section 20 of the Construction and Housing Census. So if you use the Pareto principle, which says that 20% of the people do 80% of the work, you have about 10 million professionals just in those two services. 20% would be about 2 million people. If you could tap into just 1% of that market, you're looking in a neighborhood of about $200,000 a month. Just subscriptions for these two particular services on this app. That's a number that can't be ignored. What you've just seen is how millions of people are frustrated when searching for reputable real estate professionals, and how we're changing the way the system works by bringing the best of us together and giving consumers fantastic choices and more peace of mind. My kingdom purpose twist on this is that my desire to set up a syndicate investor group where 20% of all net profits will get put into a fund to acquire, rehab, and lease out at a discount homes all over the valley for veterans, victims of domestic abuse, and homeless trying to better their lives. So who's ready to take part in making Nexus Real Estate Network a household necessity?
First of all, I want to let you know that I like your idea. I think it's a wonderful idea. You can make a specific niche create towards real estate. And as you were saying, that there are other people buying LinkedIn, Yelp, and Facebook to create just for real estate stuff instead of truly a website. Specific niche is the way to go. But I want to find out how do you rate your professionals as quality professionals, like in real estate? How would you know that there?
That's twofold. So number one, the consumer has a part in being able to say, you hired me to paint your house. You enjoyed the service, I was prompt, I was reliable, I was professional, the job was well done. You can go onto the app and then rate me as having done a service for you on November 26th in 2014 in your house. And then just offer me on another way to go about this is if an agent suggested to a client that they get their house painted before they list. Now that agent can also go on that same, on my same board and say, 1126, they painted this house for my client who had to sell her house. So it's a good forum because it's not just consumers like Yelp, but it brings professionals and consumers together. I think the best networks are built with people, as one of my mentors says, people enjoy doing business with people.
Like-minded people.
Yeah, like-minded people. That's the gist of it. But yeah, so if you have the professionals doing the same thing that the consumers are doing, it's only going to narrow that focus down to those professionals that are just exceptional.
What kind of proprietary ways can you put into place to keep somebody else like Yelp or another one of your competitors from doing exactly what you're doing and capitalize on it?
It's a great question, and that's why I'm here. I'm counting on the ability to bring in mentors that are specific to this niche of a business, this specific app, to be able not only to facilitate the technical portion of the app and getting it up and running, but also some of the more business savvy things that need to be done in order to make sure that it remains something that's maybe not just mine, but remains something that I'm able to utilize to not only help people but bring business and professionals together. That's exactly why I'm here.
So what I'm hearing you say is you're looking for somebody to partner with that can help bring that intellectual property, be able to help you with that, the license portion of it, the distribution as well.
Correct.
Because if I heard you right, I mean your whole goal is, and I think I heard you say correctly, that people love doing business with those people that they do. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. So on that note then, and I heard actually Vanessa say you can bring people on board and have them rated. Is it my understanding that you will not have that liability with regards to kind of like a 2fixit.com thing where they pre-screen everybody? So basically that person's service that they provide and how they're rated, like on Amazon, the screening process, that's liability, is that what I'm hearing? You're kind of building a reputable screening process through their performed services and how they're getting rated?
Correct.
Or will you have a screening process, filter people to bring them in, or is that not?
The way that I had the concept set up is there is not a screening process built into the platform, similar to maybe what a Craigslist or Yelp might do. They're just allowing users to interact with users of that app, consumers to interact with professionals, and professionals to interact with professionals. And all that is a platform, a window to allow those people to find the services that they need.
I like your concept, but in order for that to happen, you have, I see a big challenge in that. It's not, if you able to handle that challenge, that's how that is, I think it's doable. As regards to what Nancy said, that, you know, you're afraid that other people's going to copy or proprietor. In today's technology, there's not a better to do, right? And there's always, we want to keep in mind that there's plenty for everyone, right? Yes, we want to protect intellectual property, but the concept of making, say, for example, making it work, everybody knows how to make it work, right? So like Yelp and all that stuff. So the idea of what Jeremy had is not. It's not like, it's not new, but it's a specific niche that is provided for a specific market. That's why I believe it's successful in that regard, because there is a need that in that market that nobody is fulfilling.
Elements of just the specific niche that make it a little bit more attractive to have a service like this. As a for instance, not too many years ago, it wasn't uncommon for a specific lender to work with only specific appraisers, and they only worked with specific title companies to get deals done. It was a this hand feeds this hand feeds this hand, regardless of what type of work was done. And this gets away from that, and it really establishes a network of professionals together in relationships that are so much more impactful in the long run, because you're not only serving that little area or that county, because that's where those businesses are, but somebody, an agent in Seattle that networks with, you know, a bank in Miami can now interact and work together and send deals back and forth. Exactly right. Exactly. I didn't even touch the global impact that this could have.
Because you're online.
Absolutely.
challenges I'm talking about, that if you can overcome that, then this project is doable. And that challenge is how do you bring your site to the professional, right?
Exactly.
Now we're talking about where Nancy said, okay, you're not doing the screening because you don't want to pull liable for whoever, because you're gonna have thousands, millions of questions, but you don't want to get into that chaos. So you just say, hey, I want you guys to interact. I'm just a host, right? And you're gonna charge $10 a month, something say, for the professionals to advertise, to list themselves onto your site, right? How do you bring that? How do you get more of that's now in essence is your customer. They pay the bill, right? And what do they want? What do they want? Why would they want to advertise on your site? If you solve that problem, think about it. If you solve that problem, why would somebody want to advertise it on a magazine or any marketplace, right? Because they want exposure, right? Now how do you get them to willing to pay you $10 to advertise on your site?
That's a great question. My first response is it starts with my own personal network. It is a snowball. Okay. A very small one. But me, myself, I have no problem tackling the top 10 service professionals in real estate in the Phoenix market, regardless of how long it takes. People that are successful in their fields generally are givers. And if they see that this is not just something to bring a lot of money into Jeremy, rather, I'm looking at putting this money back into the community. That's something that people can do. And I do find that people that are very successful, they tend to have an attitude where they'd like to give. I think that's an attractive component.
So let me understand you for a second. So you say you're going to go ask top 10 list of real estate agents, right? To advertise with you because they believe in your kingdom idea. So they're $10 paying you each month, and all kinds of your goal. I don't expect that, but they pay you $10 a month just as a donation to you. Is that the idea you're saying? Because when I want to advertise on a magazine or a site, I want exposure. I want more clients. Isn't it that most businesses want to advertise, right? Professionals say, hey, your sites have 10,000, people come at every single second. Traffic, you got like millions of traffic per day. If I just advertise, I have a lot of exposure. My chance of having somebody contact me is higher, right? But if you don't have anybody come, so their dollar giving, they by all means will give it to you, but they giving it to you not because you have traffic coming, but because they just donate that money to you so you can have that kingdom. But that ideal is not going to sustain your business. How would you get those traffics coming? That's where my challenge is.
It is a
So if you can solve that here and here, making the application is easy.
That's the part that's not done, unfortunately.
Right.
So it's kind of a paradigm.
Right. So you need to think, where's the marketing plan? How do you get this to come to your site? And how do you get your site? How do you get traffic to come to your site to introduce them? Right? The technical part, putting that's the infrastructure is easy. And even the mediator, how to interact, those are easy. But first and foremost, how do you get them to interact, to come to your site as a marketplace? That is the challenge for you to do.
You had an opportunity to kind of put a business model together to demonstrate a way that you would actually drive traffic to the site.
That was my second step. Did you have like at least 1 or 2 point of, okay, this is what I think of how to get to it? I think you had to have one of saying that you could have showed them your kingdom purpose in order for them to buy into your site. Okay, so you got professionals listed, but they're listed not because they feel that they're going to get a piece of their business, right? Because that's what you want, Yelp and LinkedIn, right? But they give it to you because of your kingdom purpose. So it's kind of like different business goal. You understand what I'm saying? So you need to start thinking of how am I going to bring those to life.
Good point.
I just want to jump in real quick because I know we're limited on time here. Jeremy, on your site, are there going to be areas for resources? Have you thought about that? Are there other things on your site other than just people that want to attend?
I do give that some thought, and I do believe that if you have some education, some level of education for the consumers coming onto the application, coming onto the site, to look at maybe top 5 things you look for in a real estate agent, some of these types of articles, I think that's definitely an opportunity for an ongoing education, whether it's a weekly blog or a monthly rant, so to speak, on different things real estate related. Just as a way to not only say, hey, we have professionals here, but there's some education. And if I have the #1 producing brokerage in Phoenix listing an article in the month of January, that's going to attract consumers. Not only you read the article, other professionals read the article, but it'll encourage more users to then sign up.
Here's the deal. Okay, I like your idea, and I think it's very willing to how I'm willing to get into project. Oh, if you tell me that I'm satisfied, how much you willing? Okay.
I'll do that.
Okay, I'm going to, not necessarily counter, but I'm going to piggyback with you. So, what I will do is I will provide the construction expertise and the experience in the inspection portion of it, kind of the construction side. I don't know the real estate side, I do know the construction side and renovations and all that. For control of 10% of your money going to your charities, I want to have 10% of that go to one of my charities, and that would be a charity that you and I would agree upon.
10% of the 20%.
10% of the 20%. But I will make the suggestion, and it would be one of my charities to go.
So that's
Actually, no. I haven't here. You haven't here.
She hasn't given you her.
Not yet. Okay. So if I hear you say that you will do whatever it takes, right? And now we have somebody digging into my pocket, which is 10% over here, right? I additionally want at least 40%, right? Reason because I have marketing, right? I'm going to help with building the whole infrastructure itself, right? And I know exactly what components are going in, correct? So I'm like the majority brain here. So I have at least.
And you've been taking the majority of the cake, and also.
Doug willing to do your 10% equity stake in the company, but the 20% of the proceeds that you're going to use to go towards your kingdom purpose, he wants to control half of that to go towards another kingdom purpose charity. I'm hearing over here that she's accepted your. She'll build the kingdom purpose. She's not going to touch that part, but she wants 40% equity in your company versus the 10 that you threw out there. As far as for me, I love the fact that you're building something that has a fair playing field. You know, it's level across the board. I love how much research that you put into this because it shows your team and your passion for what you're trying to do. It's such a dog-eat-dog world out there in this industry, and I know this industry better than most people today because I've been exactly where you're at. When you try to teach something to somebody, instead of them thinking it's a rising tide raises all ships, they're easily bargained because they want to know what it is they're trying to covet from that. So having said that, your kingdom purpose that you are building, I think is remarkable. Unfortunately, as far as the expertise part, I don't think that I have enough to be able to offer you. I think I'd be a giant boulder around your neck in this. So I'm going to go ahead and back out of this particular offer because I think these two are probably going too far.
Construction, as in regard to your expertise, construction was a building from ground up, right? Or is it
So now it's
Ground up.
he has it's basically you have the floor and you can decide here.
Well, let me explain, Mike. It's not only construction ground up, it's also renovation, remodeling, and inspections. I've actually done home inspections before, so that would be what I would throw out on the table. Maybe as just an idea, a monthly block on the construction side. and be able to give you that for my 10% of your 20%. 10% of 20%.
You're getting hot over here. Oh my gosh.
So how many are we talking about here? I'm sorry.
So basically what I'm hearing, so let's just recap for time's sake here. So we have Doug who's willing to actually do the 10%, but he wants half of the control of being able to decide where the proceeds for the nonprofit are going or the charitable stuff, and he's going to bring his expertise in the industry as part of that. Vanessa over here is stipulating that she's not going to touch your nonprofit stuff. You can put that wherever you want to, because she's going to be doing the infrastructure and the building of the actual program itself, and knowing where the niches to traffic that to, she can get you there quicker. Is asking for 40%. So those are your two offers on the table. What do you think?
Now you have an option to take both options,
One. Can you
or
substitute?
renegotiate.
Can you substitute
I would love
this
to take,
portion or
I would love to
could
take
you-
both options, but I don't think it's best to go above 40%. So if you can do 30%, and Doug needs his 10%, we're still at the same number, and we have somebody with a ton of expertise on the team. Oh,
I don't dig into your 20% of your kingdom purpose. That I think that's great. Doing let that 20% go into what are your kingdom purpose. I have no idea what yours is, so you already get your kingdom purpose at 10%, right? So that would be.
Yeah, but I'm
So then
not
when you say
taking.
30, I'm sorry. So 30 and 10%, that would be 40.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah? So you guys going in together to build this? Two sharks are better than one. So I'm hearing. So 30%, he still wants to help the other half of that, and if you're good with that.
30% and then 10% plus 20% of.
No.
No.
Oh, no.
No,
They're going
I'm
into
not.
separate 30.
Yeah, but I'm not gaining from this. What I want to do is my input is to control part of the kingdom.
There's still an equity. It's 50.
No.
Percentage of that and an additional 10%.
No.
So you
Out
don't
of your.
want 10%, only the 10% of the kingdom purpose?
So you guys
So
are just-
I control it. I'm not taking it. I'm controlling it to whatever charity.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is I'm actually volunteering my time for control of 10% of the kingdom.
I hate to do this deal with you because I know how applications work. I know how much time and effort and money to go into this project. You have to be first. In order for me to invest my time and everything to be 40%.
I accept. Good deal.
All right, great. Really good.
I would love to talk to
Great.
you.
Sounds good.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Sharks.
So how do you feel it went?
I felt it went great. I was super excited to learn that that one of the Sharks today had just so much experience in this area, and it kind of blew me away with the things that she knew and things that she was suggesting. So I feel really confident moving forward.
Yeah, she had a lot to say.
She did have a lot to say, and it was all great stuff. It was almost a little bit too much for me to absorb all at one time because she has so much, like I said, so much experience that leaves me feeling good. Like that we can actually make some positive headway here. So.
And how do you feel about Doug's offer?
I like Doug's offer. I like the fact that he said I'm really not in it for the money, but if I can help you distribute some of those funds to some charities that we decide on, I think that's a brilliant idea and a brilliant way for me to say, wow, I now have a construction and an inspection guru on the team to provide insight. I didn't really lose anything in that, and another charity just benefits. I think it's fantastic.
So are you prepared to spend the amount of time you need to do on this?
What's that?
Are you prepared to spend the amount of time that you may need to do to
Absolutely.
get this going?
Yeah, I'll do what it takes. There's 24 hours in a day, but a lot of people are a lot more productive than me, so I'll just put the nose to the grindstone, burn the midnight oil, and see what I can come up with.
All right, you feel good about the deal between the two of them?
Oh yeah, I feel great about the deal. I was blown away that I really even got an offer like that, and I'm just excited to have people working on the team, with me that have the experience they do. It's going to be an awesome thing.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks a lot.